In this video, I'm going to show you why I stopped manifesting in the conventional way and I started manifesting in the much faster way. And it completely changed my life, a whole 180. It has to do with understanding how to properly use your imagination and use your subconscious mind so it works for you and not against you. I appreciate you subscribing right down at the bottom so that you can get a breakthrough in every single video that I put out. I remember when I was first learning about conscious manifestation, I was reading all the books. I was reading Neville Goddard. I was reading Dr. Joseph Murphy. I was reading The Secret. I was reading all types of books on manifestation. I took manifestation courses, but for some reason, it just wasn't clicking. I wasn't seeing the results that I was like, I've been doing everything, but I'm still living with my family. I'm still having to rely on people all the time. Have you felt that way? Y'all, I was really frustrated because I had journal on top of journal on top of journal writing in, I'm so happy and grateful that I manifested a successful business, that I manifested living on my own, like over 10 journals. But where was the manifestation? I'm going to tell you exactly how things shifted for me. Now, it shifted for me when I started to understand how your beliefs have everything to do with what you're manifesting. And when you understand the belief portion of it, you can manifest anything you desire and you won't be stuck in these ruts when things don't happen or the date that you set for the manifestation, comes by and then you're not going to be in a rut. We won't hold on so tightly to the manifestation because you're always manifesting. And I used to think that just by saying affirmations, notice I said think and I didn't say believe. So I used to think that just by saying these affirmations, that what I decided to have would just manifest. Poof. But I didn't believe it. There's a difference. You can think all types of things. You can think, I'm a millionaire. I'm winning the lottery. I'm starting a successful business. I have clients coming out to me every day. But if you don't believe it and it's not accepted into your subconscious mind, then you know what? Just saying affirmations isn't going to be enough. Now, you can have people that say, I did these affirmations and I manifested what I decided to have. I manifested having my first clients. Okay, that may be true for them, but if you don't have the belief system that they had, then it's not going to work for you like it did for them. And that's how it was in my case, because I thought I had to do more. So when I started to really understand and dig more into these limiting beliefs and just beliefs in general, it started to make more sense to me. Because I was like, there has to be something. Like, I can't be the only one in this universe that's not manifesting what I decided to have. Sure, I may have things going on in my reality because at that time I had my son, and it was like 4-ish, around that age, or 3 or 4. It was just the early stages because I was living with my parents, well, my mom. And so I had all of this pressure on me because I was a new mom, and it was like I had to take on these jobs and I didn't like it. I had to work in retail and I worked in a call center, and it was like, there's got to be another way. And watching The Secret helped me though, because that was the initial thing for me. I watched The Secret and it gave me hope. I was like, okay, it's not the end of the world that I had a child young. So that was like that was the first layer for me. But then as I got into it, I started to think, like, when I wasn't manifesting what I decided to have, I was like, oh, maybe I just got too much emotional baggage going on. Like, is there something wrong with me? And from that point though, it gives me a good reflection, because those are just limiting beliefs. Those are things that I believed was true about myself. And so, yeah, that translated in my subconscious mind. Because in my conscious mind, I'm saying those things and it's just being accepted. So with your conscious mind, a lot of times what the average person does is they give it so much responsibility. Like, you got to know the how something's going to happen, because your conscious mind is not satisfied with you just saying, I'm manifesting having a business. It's not satisfied. It wants to know, how are you going to get there? And just from our conditioning, we want to make this business plan. So we know all the steps. And then that just creates anxiety in us because we don't know the way, but we keep putting this pressure on ourselves to know how something's going to happen. When you're really in flow and you have room for the intuition to come through, you don't have to have a plan. I didn't have a business plan. Sure, I had to do that in college. We had to come up with, because I got my degree in business administration, so we had to do all these business plans and stuff. It was so boring. If a business plan is boring to you, just don't do it. It's just do what feels exciting to you, what feels fun to you. Is it fun to do a business plan? If it's fun to you, by all means do it. But if it's not, don't think that you have to do this stuff, because you don't. Now, when you hand off these jobs that you keep giving your conscious mind, like knowing how things are going to happen and knowing things long term, hand that over to your subconscious mind, hand it over to your higher self. And the way that you do that is you start focusing on the present. You start shifting limiting beliefs. When that how comes up for you, start shifting it. Why do I believe that I need to know how things happen? Bring it to your conscious mind, these limiting beliefs, because using your conscious mind, your analytical mind, you can start shifting those things and see why, and you can see it right in front of you, why this is not true and why you can tell yourself a new story. And the more that you're shifting these limiting beliefs, what is it doing? It is impressing your subconscious mind because you have the repetition. And the way that the systematic way that I have my clients and students shift their limiting beliefs, it also involves having that strong emotion. So you're taking care of all of it so it can be easily accepted into your subconscious mind. And when it's accepted into your subconscious mind, then it's able to manifest in your reality. Your subconscious mind influences about 90 to 95% of your reality. So it will start being reflected. That's how this works. And the language of your subconscious mind is through images and metaphors and patterns. That's the language of the subconscious mind. That's why when you're having dreams, or maybe you're daydreaming something and then you have this symbolism happen. It's because that is how, so you have your higher self. Look at it like this. You have your higher self, subconscious mind, and then you have your conscious mind. Like that. Your higher self, because I'm going to turn this so y'all can see it. You have your higher self, your subconscious mind, and then your conscious mind down here. So your higher self is giving you this next steps to take. Okay, so then let's say that it comes to you in a dream. So what you're going to do is, in your dream, you have this symbolism going on, where maybe it is something where you're having a dream where the money was flying everywhere. The money was flying everywhere around you. So, and then from there, that's that symbolism, because that's the language of your subconscious mind. And then when you wake up, you're in your conscious mind. So then what do you do with that? You can start using your conscious mind. What do you do with that? Oh, it feels good for me to go write up an email and send it to my subscribers. Okay, that's an action that you would take because it feels good to you. It's in the moment. You're allowing intuition. You're following your intuition, and your intuition, it really can bypass the conscious mind if you're in that flow state. So if you just wake up, you're in the flow state, make the email, boom. It'll happen so easily for you when you start to understand the different parts of your mind and how it works. They work together. Your conscious mind is not bad. Your ego is not bad. There's nothing bad about these things. These are all great things. They all work in a certain way, and it can work for you. Now, your imagination is so powerful, and it is extremely powerful. And I started to see this more and more because I noticed when I was doing my visualizations, it felt so good for me to visualize having a successful business and having clients. It felt really good helping people, having a big following on Instagram. I still have it in my closet. I made a vision board and I really, really wanted more followers on Instagram. So I went on Canva and I took a screenshot of my Instagram profile, and then in the followers, I just changed it to 5,000 because at the time I had about 2,000. So I changed it to 5,000 and I put it on my vision board. And lo and behold, through everything that I'm telling y'all, I got to 8.9 thousand followers on Instagram. Like, this stuff works, and it works fast, it works efficiently, and it works effortlessly. So when you're doing your visualizations and using your imagination, that is like you're in creative mode. So everything is real. Think about it like Sims. So when you're on Sims, I believe I'm still on like Sims 2 and Sims 3. I didn't go to like Sims 4 and all that stuff, but I'm talking about Sims 2 and Sims 3. So when you're on there, they have this creative mode that you can do. And we used to use Motherload, the little cheat codes, because so we can build our house the way we wanted to. So we would do that. So that's like the creative mode, and it's like your imagination. You're able to do things with the cheat codes, so it's unlimited, and you create whatever you want in there, and it is a real reality. It's a viable reality for you. So when they say your manifestation is done, it's done. You did it. If you visualized it, you know what that template is. So what you do is once you feel good about this visualization, I crafted it up very well. What you do is you keep the vibrational frequency. When you feel proud and you're excited that you have this type of reality, that whole thing, from you visualizing all this stuff up to the emotion that you get, that's the blueprint. And that puts an impression on your subconscious mind, right? It puts that impression there that this is reality. This is your reality. So what you want to do is, that's why a lot of times they're like, visualize every day. So you can keep visualizing this thing. You can visualize it in the morning, at night, whatever schedule you want to put together. And what throughout your day, because this is what they don't tell you. They don't say what to do throughout your day. That's why when I was I've been reading these books, the Neville Goddard books for the longest, the Dr. Joseph Murphy books for the longest, all these manifestation books, but they don't tell you what the heck are you supposed to do during that whole span of day that you have. Okay, I get it. Do it in the morning, do it at night, but we got this whole chunk of day where if you're going to work and customers are stressing you out, if you have a kid and it's just not the day today, what do you do in between that time? Because I read the books. Right now I'm rereading The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and I love everything in it, but he does not talk about what you do in the middle of your day. Because in the books, I just want them to like just put it in the letters and just tell me, if this happens in your day, if you get stressed out, do this. If you feel an anxiety in your day, do this. It would make it so much more clear, in my opinion. What do you think? I'm going to clear all that up for you, though. Throughout your day, what you do is you shift your limiting beliefs. If you feel stress and anxiety because you just had a stressful day at work and you want to start on your business, but you're feeling too stressed out, what you want to do is ask yourself, why do I believe I need to be stressed out? Why do I keep feeling stressed out every time I get off work? Why do I feel this stress when I start to do my business? Why? Ask yourself why. Get into the mode where you start asking yourself questions, because that's what matters. The questions you ask yourself and the answers it brings up for you, because that's going to reveal everything to you. So then you won't get stressed out every time you get off work. Once you're able to identify the limiting belief, start to process that and reframe it and transmute that energy. So then you start to feel happy. You start to feel positive because you see what it is. You don't have to keep feeling the same emotions every single time the same thing happens or something similar. That just tells you, if you're feeling stuck in this pattern, you've got a pattern going on for yourself in any area of your life. If you keep dating the same person or the same kind of person, or every time you have a new job, it's just the boss just doesn't like you, or every time that you start your business, something always just seems to go wrong. These are not just patterns. It's telling you something. hey, you got a limiting belief. Because remember, the beliefs you got going on in your subconscious mind are being reflected to you. So that is telling you, hey, you got a belief. Are you going to perpetuate it, or are you going to shift it in what you do? And that's why I say shift limiting beliefs throughout the day. Because once you shift it, it impresses your subconscious mind with the repetition and the strong emotion, especially the way that I teach my clients and students. It does all of that. I appreciate you for watching this video and subscribing right down at the bottom. I got to know, what was the biggest breakthrough that you got from this video? Put it right down in the comments below.